Did you know there are so many ways that you can use lemon in your kitchen? I mean, of course, there's the obvious ways. You can make lemonade, you can cook with it, but I'm telling you, you can just do so many things. As a matter of fact, in this video, we're gonna talk about 14, maybe some of them surprising ways that you can use lemon in your kitchen. Welcome to A Great Cooker. I'm Sophronia. Before I get started, I just want to let you know I have been working on a free newsletter, a Great Cooker newsletter. It's almost done, so it might be ready by the time you're watching this video. So make sure and check in the description box and sign up for the newsletter. That way you can get lots of delicious recipes and also lots of great cooking tips, and you can get those directly in your email. Okay, let's talk about the power of lemons. And number three, I'm very excited about because this one I stumbled across and it has really changed the way that I cook in my kitchen. But first, let's start with number one. And this doesn't even involve cooking. You can use lemons to clean the grime out of your microwave. I have been doing this for decades. Yes. Yes, I've been doing this for a couple decades. You just take a bowl of water. You take a bowl, put some water in it, squeeze a good amount of lemon juice into the water, or you can even use bottled lemon juice that from the fridge and pour some in. Stir it a little bit, put it in your microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. Then after that, you remove the water, and then you can just take a clean cloth or some clean paper towel, and you can pretty much just wipe down the grime. It should come right off. Now, of course, this might depend on the state of your microwave, but you can even do it a second time if you need to. You can do a second round of the 2 to 3 minutes of the lemon water, and it is much easier than trying to scrub. If your microwave cleaning's kind of gotten away from you a bit, this will save you from having to scrub your microwave clean. Before I move on, I should mention that I always have lemons on hand. I've been doing some videos talking about different foods, certain foods that I always have in my kitchen, and lemons and lemon juice is definitely one of them. Especially since I use it in both cooking and non-cooking ways, I just tend to keep it, a bulk amount of lemons on hand, as evidenced by these lemons right here. Second way you can use lemons is you can use it to keep your rice from sticking together. Now, this might not be for everyone. I don't cook rice anymore. I don't eat rice. I mean, I guess I would cook it. If someone came to my home and they wanted rice, I would cook it for them. But if you cook rice, you can use about a teaspoon of lemon juice per cup of water, and it will help your rice to not stick, and it will also help it to, I don't, to me, it just seems like it comes out fluffier. That's just been my personal experience. The one thing I will say with this is I wouldn't probably use more than a teaspoon per cup of water unless you want your rice to actually taste like lemon. And I have been there and done that. So if that's not what you're going for, then a minimal amount of lemon juice will work just fine. Number three, I was talking about this is a tip that I am very happy to share with you. I wish I had known it a long time ago, but you can use lemons or lemon juice to brighten up sauteed vegetables. And I stumbled upon this one, I don't know, not too long ago, but I cook at least once a week. I will cook burgers, frozen burger patties, and I will saute onion and peppers and put those on top of my burger. And one day I just had the thought of, I wonder if it would help or if it would make a difference if I drizzled a bit of lemon over top of these vegetables while they're cooking. And I did exactly that. And it did make a difference. I I don't know. Yeah, the best I can say is that it brightens the flavor. I can tell the difference. And now if I forget about the lemon and I saute my vegetables and I start eating them, I can tell that I've forgotten. That's how much of a difference it makes. If you enjoy these types of tips that I'm giving, make sure and subscribe because I have lots of videos with tips and lots of healthy cooking videos as well. Number four, you can use lemons to deodorize and clean your cutting board. And actually, you'll need lemon and salt. And it's really easy. You just chop a lemon in half, take one half of the lemon, sprinkle salt on it liberally, and then you just take that salted lemon and you rub it all around your cutting board. And where I've found this to be handy is in the past when I've had big, thick wooden cutting boards and I've been using them to chop garlic and chop onion. And then that smell has kind of gotten seemingly stuck inside of the wood. If you do this lemon trick, you can get that funky smell out of your cutting board. Number five, you can use lemon juice to enhance the flavor of ground turkey. Again, I just had a thought, what would happen if I put some lemon juice in my ground turkey burgers? And I did that one time and it was good. As a matter of fact, I have a video. I've made a whole video. Oh my gosh. If you want to make the most delicious turkey burger, the most flavorful and juicy turkey burger, I'm going to link to that recipe. And at the end of this video, if you want to watch that recipe, you'll see that I do indeed use lemon and other ingredients too, but I think it makes a difference when you are cooking with turkey, ground turkey. You can also sprinkle a bit of the lemon juice in ground turkey. Like say you're just cooking it ground, like maybe for spaghetti sauce or something. You can sprinkle in a bit of lemon that way too. And of course, lemon juice isn't just for turkey meat. You can do it in other meats as well. You could probably now with ground turkey, I use about a whole tablespoon of lemon juice per pound of ground turkey, but that's because it needs as much flavor, it needs as much help as it can get. But you can reduce that down to a teaspoon per pound of meat if you're talking about other meats like ground beef or chicken. Number six, you can use lemon juice to make a buttermilk substitute. If you cook with buttermilk, but you don't usually have it on hand, then it's okay. You don't really need to. All you have to do is just take 1 cup of milk and add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to the milk, stir it up, and let it sit on your counter for about anywhere from like 5 to 15 minutes. And when I used to bake breads from scratch, I almost never had buttermilk because of the price point in the grocery store. At that time, it was a luxury for me. So I would just use this lemon buttermilk trick, and the pancakes and the bread that I used to make, it turned out very well. And the reason for that is once the lemon juice sets up for a few minutes, it actually will slightly curdle the milk, and I guess that kind of mimics the tangy taste of buttermilk. Tip number seven, this is more so a tip for when you are using lemons. And that is that I use a handheld lemon squeezer. There are all types of lemon contraptions that you can buy, but I've just found this one to be easy, very handy. You basically, yeah, you just put half a lemon in here and then you push this down. And as you're like squeezing this together, you just, of course, make sure you're squeezing over top of your dish, and squeeze your lemon juice right into your salmon or right into your ground beef mixture or whatever. But I definitely recommend one of these if you are juicing a lot of lemons. try to make sure to actually, I think there is already an affiliate link for this in the description. Tip number 8 is that you can use lemon to remove onion and garlic smells from your hands. I know we already talked about that you could do that with the cutting board, but you could literally squeeze some lemon juice into your hands, rub it together. If you've been just holding a lot of onion, chopping garlic, you can, yeah, squeeze some lemon juice in your hands, rub it, rub it. Of course, soap and water works too, but I'm just saying that it can really do a good job of just pretty much like zapping that smell away. And then, of course, you would follow that up with some soap and water. Of course, with this one, I want to say be very careful because lemon juice is acidic. So you wouldn't want to do this if you have any cuts or scrapes or anything. You wouldn't, anything that would be hurt by something acidic, you wouldn't want to use it in that case. Number 9, a really great use of lemon juice is to flavor your water. I drink water and that's it. Because of sugar, the sugar content, I gave up juice a long time ago and all those other sugary drinks out there. So for me, it's just water. And I don't even drink water, flavored water that has artificial sweeteners. I just mean straight up unsweetened at all water. And that can get very boring. So, a way that I change that up sometimes is I just squeeze a bit of lemon juice into my water bottle. And you can either do it with fresh lemons or you can just that lemon juice that you have on hand in your fridge, you can just take that cap from the lemon juice and you can squeeze some of the juice into the cap and then pour that cap into your water bottle. And that's what I do a lot of times. Lately, I've been buying club soda and adding lemon juice to it. Let me show you. This is like how I make my own sparkling water, unsweetened sparkling water. This is just club soda. And literally, I don't know if you can really tell by looking, but it's not quite see through because I do actually have lemon juice in this water. That's really good. I've not done this personally, but you could even squeeze if you use ice water, if you drink ice water, you could squeeze a bit of lemon juice into your ice water trays before you fill them up. And it's funny because as I'm telling you this tip, I'm wondering, does anyone even really use ice cube trays anymore? I have definitely shown my age with that tip, but I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I saw my mom do that when I was growing up. But yeah, I do realize that most fridges, they automatically make the ice for you these days. But I don't know. It could come in handy if you were maybe making special ice cubes for a punch or something. Number 10, I used to use this all the time when I used to make snacks for my kids, and that is you can use lemons to prevent fruits and vegetables from browning. And I use this the most with apples. I used to cut up apples for a snack, but they weren't going to get eaten right away. So I would squeeze a bit of lemon juice on the apples, and that would keep them from turning brown before snack time. Nowadays, I use the squeezed lemon for guacamole or for avocados. I don't tend to eat a whole avocado or use a whole avocado at one time. So I'll usually chop it in half. I'll leave this pit in the half that I'm not going to use right away. And I squeeze some lemon on the avocado flesh. And then I wrap it in plastic wrap and stick it in the fridge. This doesn't last forever, but I can do that. And a lot of times I can come back to the avocado a day or two later and I'll still be able to use it. What's happening there is that the acid from the lemon juice, it slows the oxidation of the fruits. The oxidation is what causes the browning. Tip number 11 that I have, and I kind of talked about it already, is try using lemon juice in something unexpected. Like I said, that's how I figured out that it's great on sauteed vegetables and is great in ground turkey. Just if you're cooking something and you've never put lemon juice in it or on it, maybe put a little bit on there and see. That has just experimenting with lemons can really change and improve the flavor profile of some of your dishes. But you won't know what those are until you just try it out. Number 12, you can use lemon juice in pancake batter. Again, this tip is more so from days gone by for me. But when I used to make pancakes for my kids, I would squeeze a bit of lemon juice into the batter. I don't know, it just seemed like the pancakes turned out a little bit fluffier and also they tasted a little bit brighter. Now, if I sometimes did unintentionally go overboard and squeeze a little too much juice, and then we would wind up having lemon pancakes. But you don't have to have lemon pancakes. You can just squeeze in a bit and it will make a difference. Just a teaspoon or two of lemon juice is what I would recommend for. Wow, I would like to be more precise. I used to make pancakes for 6 people, and so that was a pretty nice size bowl of batter. And I probably wound up using maybe 2 or 3 teaspoons of lemon juice. A little really does go a long way with that one. 13, you can use lemon juice to enhance the flavors of like soups, broths, stews, stocks. When I used to make homemade chicken broth, you know what? I think I have a video. I think that's one of the very first videos that I made. Uh-oh. Do I really want to link to that one? Woo. A lot of my earlier videos show that I did not yet know how to make videos, but it is informative. So I'm going to see if I can find it and link to how to make chicken broth in the Instant Pot. I'm not sure if I did in that video, but if you add a couple teaspoons to your broth, it really does enhance the flavor. And like I said, you can add it to stews too, and anything soupy. Now, I don't know. I used to make a bean soup and I've never added lemon juice to bean soup. I don't think I've ever added lemon juice to beans. If you have, please let me know in the description if that is something that is good or not. I don't eat beans currently, but they're actually one of my favorite foods. And I don't know why I never had that thought before. So yes, please let me know if you try that. But for sure, like I said, I know in stocks and other types of soups that a bit of lemon juice is good. Number 14, you can use lemon juice over your seafood. And I'm sure this is probably, I don't know, I think this is probably if I try to think way far back, like when I first became familiar with lemon juice, I think I first became familiar with it because I saw someone making homemade lemonade. But then I think the second way I ever saw someone using a lemon was had a lemon wedge and they were squeezing it over their fish. And that's actually one of my favorite ways to use lemon. Now, I use it 2 ways. I squeeze lemon on my fish before I cook it. And a lot of times I will squeeze more on after I cook it. I don't always remember to squeeze it on before, but this is another one of those cases where if I forget to add the lemon juice, especially on salmon, I love to put lemon juice on my salmon and then season it and then cook it. But if I don't add the lemon juice and taste it, then I remember, oh, I didn't add the lemon juice. I will go ahead and add some after the fact, and that's still good too. And I do have a salmon recipe that I made. I don't think I used lemon juice in that one, but it's a great recipe. I make salmon in the Instant Pot, and I'll make sure to link to that. Just look for it in the description box. I'm going to pop up another video. Will it be about lemons? Will it be about something else? It'll, whatever it is, hopefully it'll be healthy. It'll have to do with healthy cooking, and it'll be a recipe, or it'll be some tips. So make sure and check that video out. And as always, I am always so happy when you join me in my kitchen. Thank you for watching A Great Cooker, and I will definitely see you in the next video.